guys, so this is a 2009 CBR 1000 Repsol edition. My '08 got stolen, so this is what I replaced it with. It's completely stock except for the custom fairing in the front painted, but we're going to be popping on a new SE Project exhaust today and see how it sounds before and after, and I will let you follow along as I replace a few other things throughout the winter. So in this part of the video, there are a few plastic screws that you have to remove. They're almost like a little drywall butterfly screw. You have to be really careful when you're removing them, but there are two on the right side under the foot peg, and then there's one in the rear and another one on the left side that you'll have to watch out for. So be careful when you're removing them, but the one panel on the right side should come off, and then the undertail piece will come off as well. I had a little bit of trouble with this, but eventually it all came off no problem. There wasn't enough space in the undertail for a full Phillips screwdriver, but you can just use the end piece and work it with your hands. It should come off no problem. Underneath, you're going to find a pulley that holds the servo cable in place, so rotate it clockwise. This will allow you to unhook the cable with ease just using needle nose pliers or something small like I have here. Next, you'll have to undo two bolts. The first is the furthest back on your lower cowling, just below the brake, and the second is right above your foot peg on the right hand side. From here, with a lot of wiggling and jiggling, the exhaust should just slip off. It did take me a while to work it out, but eventually it should come no problem, and then just make sure you get the servo cable through. Alright, so we got the stock exhaust off. What I want to do before I install this guy is do a little weight test. See how much weight we're actually saving here. This thing is pretty heavy. See if this works for us. Holy moly, we're at 13.2 pounds. Let's unbox this other guy and see what we're dealing with here. Alright, this is the best part. SE Project makes pretty great exhausts. I've been excited about this one for a while. This is the GPM2 version. They're all handmade in Italy. Machined super beautifully. There's the link pipe and the brackets. Used in a lot of great racing, MotoGP. Marc Marquez runs them, or at least he used to anyways. The muffler itself is carbon fiber and titanium. Super beautiful. They're actually shipped to Motivation distributors in the United States. That's where I got it from. And they got heat resistant stickers as well. So we're just going to weigh this guy and see how big of a difference between the stock exhaust and SE. 3.8 pounds. Not bad, SE. Okay, let's pop this on and see how it sounds. I'm excited. As far as install goes, SE makes it a breeze. Pretty much it slips on really nicely, tight but good. And then there's just a couple bolts and shims that you have to put on into that little bracket right above the foot peg. Fits super well. As I put everything on, I don't tighten it up though. You don't want to do that until the very end just to make sure everything is lined up properly. Then the muffler goes on itself, and it's actually only held on by two little springs, which I'll show you how to put on later. So there is a tool out there that you can buy that actually is made for putting springs on. But what I do is just put a zip tie on the one end, put a, you could use almost anything for leverage in between. In this case, I used a screwdriver to pull the zip tie, and then just get some leverage with your foot on the rear tire and pull back. It just slips on so nice, and then you just cut the zip tie off. And then I just tap it with a screwdriver a couple times just to make sure that the spring is seated properly, and you're good to go. One last thing before we start her up is to clean it. If you don't clean it with alcohol, or in my case I'm using window cleaner, and you run it hot, your fingerprints or any grease or grime on there will actually be permanently stained. So just clean it off, and then the products I use also won't damage the rest of the bike. Okay, I'm excited. Thanks so much for watching the video. Hopefully that helps somebody else out there, and stay tuned for the next video. I'll be installing the Rapid Bike Evo to give this bike even more horsepower, and it's a great tuner for the exhaust as well.